and Mike Tomlin, two of the most successful head coaches in NFL history. Carroll has 180 career wins, third among active coaches and 13th all time. And Tomlin, only one behind him with 179. Similar level of success, but different approaches, of course. We find our Lindsay Theory live in Seattle with the very latest. Good morning, Lindsay. What do you have for us on these two coaches we're going to see today?
Good morning, Sam. Well, you mentioned the success of Pete Carroll. Imagine being 72, the oldest coach in the NFL, and being the most hyped guy on the field. That often is Carroll. I spoke with several of his players about how in 14 seasons, he so often has his team positioned to earn a postseason berth like they are again this year. They really credit his coaching, but his positive mindset. Defensive lineman Draymond Jones laughing, telling me no disrespect to his coach, but he is elderly. And when you see that he still has the passion and fire for the game, it can't help but infect the entire team.
Can you win the game in the first quarter? No! Can you win the game in the second quarter? No! Can you win the game in the third quarter? No! Can you win the fourth quarter?
That coming after the first of recent back-to-back come-from-behind wins, and that stamina from Carroll likely coming from the fact that part of his weekly routine includes running 100-yard sprints on the practice field. Today, the Seahawks will certainly need to channel Carroll's energy as they attempt to slow down the Steelers and quarterback Mason Rudolph, who will be making his second consecutive start after igniting the offense. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin saying that Rudolph has an unshakable confidence and that he is aggressive. Sam, the Steelers will need every part of that today as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
For sure. Well, I got to go back to this Pete Carroll thing. I think we've all known Pete Carroll for a long time. He's been exactly the same. Same energy. I don't know if you want your players calling you elderly, but he proves all of the stereotypes about guys in that age range. He proves it all wrong. He's got the most energy on the field.
Yeah, the energy isn't elderly, really.
No,
yeah,
it is not.
I played
That
with Pete
word.
for 3 years, and it was just like that, Sam. And then that was a long time ago. 87, 98, 99.
Did he chew gum then?
And he chewed all of this stuff.
That's one thing I would never do.
The guy's still relating. He's still relating to young players, too, which is amazing.
He is. I just couldn't help but think of Russell while we're watching all that, because the different approach in terms of coaching, the power of positive thinking, and the mentality that he brings. Alex, do you think that mentality with what he's got on the field, because we've seen some ups and downs from this team this year, is going to be enough to beat the Steelers at home today?
Well, I love this matchup because I think both these teams really embody their head coaches, their personalities. These are tough, resilient, well-coached football teams. They're going to be in it every year, which they are, right? And I think that speaks a lot to both of those men. But yeah, I love Seattle at home. Listen, the two huge wins these last 2 weeks. They were kind of out of the playoff picture and have really fought themselves back into it and are playing great. Two back-to-back comeback wins, I think, says a lot about their resiliency. And I'm a huge Geno fan, Coach. I think this guy's as talented as they come. He's slinging it all over the field. And then when you watch situationally, you look at the big moments like last week, 2-minute drive to win it, the third downs, when he gets pressured.
Does an amazing job of bringing in more talent for him. This is unbelievable. This game isn't close talent-wise. Seattle should blow this team away. I truly feel that. Mike Tomlin's going to keep it close, though, for sure, because I think Mike Tomlin's one of the best that we've ever seen. And it's not that he's ever called a play. He probably has never called a defense, or an offense. Yet his whole mentality resonates through that football team. And that's why I'm saying when they're like, we're going to let him go maybe. Are you out of your mind? No, you're not.
Both of you have just more faith in Geno than I do. I just think when there's a huge chance of Geno doing things that you look at and it's just not consistently good. Flashes of the arm. I see it, Alex. I see, man, this is a talented quarterback. Then what did Geno just do there? What are we talking about? And so you're talking about Tomlin, and you watch games and you can see, a coach still reaching his team because Tomlin's had to deal with a lot of drama. Or you got players complaining about Canada. They're not happy. But that touchdown run last week when Warren got a heck of a block and Freiermuth got a heck of a block, you can still see that Tomlin's in their ear. Oh, we have the play right here where Jalen Warren gets a block and Freiermuth's driving a guy to the sideline. Right there's the block. It's just, there's Tomlin, okay? Because a lot of people see Warren, whap, and that's a great block. And then Freiermuth driving somebody into the sideline. And This is Tomlin still getting his players to play amongst a lot of drama. This is probably the most drama he's had to deal with, firing a coordinator mid-season, and they're still playing hard.
Put a lot of doubters to sleep last week, Coach Tomlin and them Steelers. And the reason why you have backup quarterback Mason Rudolph. The Cincinnati Bengals, I don't really know what their game plan was to come up and play this all this man coverage, but that's a challenge for us as wide receivers. If you're going to challenge us, I'm not coming over there telling my coach, don't run nothing but a go in the fade. And that's what I saw last week from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, going against the Seahawks, there's a new cornerback for them that's really been showing up, but Witherspoon has been a little hurt. Woolen is still out there. Mike Jackson. How the cornerbacks for the Seattle Seahawks are going to look in this game? Are you going to play off coverage? You coming up to play? Because one thing you're going to understand about the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Mason Rudolph back there, him and George Pickens are going to make things happen if he sees man coverage. So I see a lot of shots today coming from this
one
offense.
thing we know about this game, the winner sets himself in a great way to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks come into this week in the final wild card spot in the NFC, and the Steelers come in the 9th spot in the AFC. So much on the line in Seattle today. Meanwhile, in Tampa, talking about playoff team. Tell us.
Sam, good morning. A beautiful day here in Tampa, actually, and a team right now that is surging. 4 straight wins. Baker Mayfield saying that this team is getting hot at the right time. A win today locks up the division. So the question, of course, is to what do they owe the credit? Now, a lot of people here in Tampa are talking about what general manager Jason Light has done for this team in terms of the rookie class they brought in. During Tom Brady's last season, they were the oldest team in the NFL. Right now, they are the youngest team in the NFL. No other team in the NFL has had more rookies play more snaps than the Buccaneers right now. Now, the big wonder, of course, is whether these guys will hit a rookie wall. And quite frankly, instead, it feels like they are surging right now. The good news is, if they were to get a win today, they could potentially rest some of those young guys to get them ready for the playoffs. And before we throw it back to you, I want you to take a look at this game. I don't know if we have this, of what the offensive linemen were doing on the field, barefoot on the field, playing some kind of game with the ball. I don't know if anybody in the studio knows exactly what this game was. Beautiful day, very on brand for Tampa. I mentioned this should probably be a drinking game of some sort. One of the offensive linemen said that is a very bad idea because there are a lot of dropped balls in this game, Sam.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that. This feels like it's some sort of, is it wrong to say like a hippie thing, like a grounding, get your bare feet on the field? Is there something to that? I don't know. Alex, you live in California. What
That's a great
game on the
I don't know. All right. We'll get research on that. Evan Kaplan, I'm sure, is all over it for now. Let's pick this game. Bucks and Saints. We're talking about the Bucks maybe having a game to rest guys in Week 18. Who'd have thunk it a couple weeks ago? How about now? Do you think they get the win today?
Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be it. And its reason is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, his energy, his enthusiasm, his passion has resonated with this football team. That's the difference. Give me the Bucks against the Saints.
You know, I'm a big fan, a huge fan of Mike Evans. Ever since he came in this league, this man has been putting up consecutive 1,000-yard seasons after another. Man, Baker Mayfield, 9 touchdowns to 1 interceptions. They keep going today. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, I think Baker kind of embodies this team. We talked with, Jeff Arlington talked about how young they are. I mean, he has that kind of youthful energy and fight. I think they've all kind of bonded there. And hats and shirts, Teddy. I think they get hats and T-shirts. I think
You're almost there. You'll get it next time.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm going to go with the Bucks too. And you like Evans? I like Godwin, especially on 3rd down. Baker was hot to Godwin on 3rd down last week, 4 for 5, moving the sticks. Godwin's there. They're moving him around a little bit too. Godwin connection, moving the chains. Let's go Bucks.
He's a momentum guy. The confidence is rolling. The swag is there. This is like vintage Baker Mayfield. This is OU Boomer Sooner Baker Mayfield at home in front of the home crowd. The Saints have lost 3 straight on the road. We are all on the Bucks, which feels a little dangerous, but we're speaking of dangerous. He's feeling dangerous today. Let's now get to our underdogs, our biggest underdogs today, as the Patriots are 14-point dogs in Buffalo. 14, yes. Times have changed. And Commanders are getting 14 against the 49ers. Cardinals are also double-digit underdogs in Philly. Time now for the ESPN Bet Dog of the Week. You can play Dog of the Week exclusively in the ESPN Bet app. Rex, who's your dog today?
You know how much I love the Patriots.
Do you?
So I'm going to take them here. That's way too much. 14 points. Like, come on. Bill Belichick, I respect him a lot more than that. Give me the points.
No Alex this week. No Miss Aaron Dolan. What?
Aaron's sick. Get better, Aaron.
Okay. Well, feel better, Miss Aaron Dolan. But I'm gonna take it. I think the G-men, with them putting DeVito down, being able to have a veteran at the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, hey, +6. Give me the G-men.
I'm going with the Cards here. That line moved up to 13. I just think Kyler Murray's one of these guys it's hard to prepare for. Right? I mean, he's so unique. I think they're still trying to build momentum for next year. I still think they're playing hard. Again, I think 13 points. I think
I'm with you. Still figuring it out defensively in Philadelphia with new defensive coordinator Matt Patricia. Kyler breaks structure, and all of a sudden it turns into street ball, and that's when he's at his best. And I think that's enough to get him a couple explosive plays. 13 points. Give it to me.
Oh, y'all are big Cardinals fans.
Yeah,
sure. It's going to go great for them. Let's wishful thinking. I'm not taking any of them. Just give me none of them. I don't like any of these teams today. There's a lot of bounce back games the Niners are going to roll. I just think it's hilarious how flustered you were when Aaron wasn't here. Wait, what dog do I take? Aaron is not here. I don't know.
We do agree with Aaron every week, don't we, Rex?
Pretty much.
Oh, my goodness. We'll see how that goes for you today. All out there on your own. Time now to get back to Adam for who's in and who's out today.
All right, Sam, let's look at who's active and inactive today. She coming up behind me, right? I wasn't expecting that, but we got some actives and inactives from the Baltimore-Miami game. Raheem Mostert inactive. Jalen Ramsey's going. Xavier Howard's not. Zay Flowers is. Kyle Hamilton, big loss for the Ravens defense. Puka Nacua is active today, as is Michael Pittman for the Indianapolis Colts as he comes out of concussion protocol.